All right, are y'all ready for some baseball? I sure am. Let's go. There we go. Well, the White Sox lost a tough one yesterday, 1-0 to these Tampa Bay Rays, and that's why the Rays are leading the East Division and running away with it. But the White Sox are leading the Central Division and threatening to run away with that. Although they lost, so did the Cleveland Guardians. And on the eve of the week where we see the Cleveland Guardians, they're getting a whole lot of help. Now they have to take advantage. They have to win this series, and they have to win the series next week that we have in Boston. Can they do it? We're going to find out beginning today as White Sox baseball and Major League Baseball on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network begins right now.
The following is a presentation of the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network. This is Major League Baseball on SMSN.
And good afternoon to each and every one of you in the region, across the nation, and around the world. We welcome y'all inside the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network studios. And today, as I work on getting the word out to everybody, we present Major League Baseball, White Sox style, as they have the Tampa Bay Rays for the third and final game of this series. White Sox trying to take 2 out of 3 in Tampa and hopefully get an assist from Arizona to stretch out their lead. As we take a look at the American League Division standings right now, Tampa Bay 65-45, 3.5 in front of the Yankees, 6 in front of Boston, 11.5 in front of Baltimore, and 13.5 in front of Toronto. In the Central Division, your Chicago White Sox are in front, 3 games ahead of Minnesota, 3 games ahead of Cleveland, 5.5 ahead of Detroit, and Kansas City in last place at 10 games out. And look at the American League West, who has come all the way back and are now in front. And that is the Houston Astros with a 1.5 game lead over the Texas Rangers. Seattle, the Athletics, and the Angels are just lagging behind right now. Let's go to our pitching profile as Anthony Kay will get the start this afternoon. He wants to establish the 95 early, change speeds to righties, sweep the left-handers, keep the speed off the base. And the one thing that has haunted Anthony Kay has been the big inning. You want to avoid the big inning against this very good Tampa Bay Rays ball club. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for today's game. I beg your pardon. Leading off in left field is Sam Antonacci. Batting second, the first baseman Munetaka Murakami. Batting third is the third baseman Miguel El Tigre Vargas. Batting fourth is the shortstop Colson Montgomery. Hitting fifth, the designated hitter Andrew Benintendi, who does have a home run in this series. Brayton Montgomery bats sixth. He's in right field. Tristan Peters, and there may be a correction. There may be a correction in right field. We'll keep you posted on that. Batting seventh is the center fielder, Tristan Peters. Batting eighth is the second baseman, Chase Mydrop. And batting ninth is the catcher, Drew Romo. Through the lineup again, Antonacci, Murakami, Vargas, Montgomery, Benintendi, Brayton Montgomery, Peters, Mydrop, and Romo, though there may be a change. There may be a change in right field. There may be a change. We will do the lineups again once the White Sox come to bat. Defensively for Tampa Bay, Chandler Simpson in left, Cedric Mullins in center, Johnny DeLuca is in right. Around the horn, third to first is Ben Williamson, Junior Caminero at third, Ben Williamson at short, Ryan Velati at second, and Jonathan Aranda getting the start at first. Nick Fortes will catch the big right-hander, Griffin Jax. And we're just about ready to go. In fact, we are going to take a short 2-minute timeout. And when we come back, we will be ready for baseball. It's the Chicago White Sox taking on the Tampa Bay Rays in the finale of this 3-game series from St. Petersburg. We hope you enjoy it as we enjoy bringing it to you. We'll be back after these messages with the start of today's game on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crown they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can be the black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel. Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kermit the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill.
So Everson Pereira will get the start in right field and bat eighth, and Drew Romo will get the start behind the plate. Defensively for the Rays, Chandler Simpson in left, Cedric Mullins in center, Johnny DeLuca is in right. Around the horn, third to first, Junior Caminero at third, Ben Williamson at short, Ryan Velade at second, Jonathan Aranda at first. Nick Fortes catches Griffin Jackson. We're just about ready to go from Tampa. 72 degrees on the inside. 83 on the outside in St. Petersburg, Florida. Wes Pruitt, my good buddy, says, go White Sox. Wes, I want you a part of Snowman in the Morning talking college football, and I promise to you, my friend, it's going to be more consistent this year than it has been the last 2 years. Mike Easterbrook is your home plate umpire. White Sox go black tops, gray bottoms. We're ready to go. Griffin Jax exclusively works from the stretch, the kick and the pitch. Inside ball one, and off we go at 1:41 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. First base temperature outside St. Petersburg is 83 degrees. Antonacci is 1 for 8 this series. He's hitting 279. The pitch on the way, swing and a miss, and the count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Antonacci hitting at 279, 8 home runs. He's driven in 32. 1 ball, 1 strike. Just getting started from St. Petersburg. Griffin jacks, kicks, deals. A sweeper inside the corner for a strike. And the count is now 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Tomorrow, we have a 3-hour edition of Snowman in the Morning, which is what we are building towards. And we got a whole bunch on the docket because we missed the show on Friday. 1-2 pitch, swinging a pop-up foul out of play. We'll do it again. And I want to welcome those of you tuning in also via WJKS, our flagship station for the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network and Snowman Multimedia itself. 1-2 pitch again. A curveball bounced in front of the plate, and the count is now 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on, nobody out here in the top of the fourth. Just getting started here from Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg. From the set position, the kick and the 1-2 pitch, a swing and a foul, the 2-2 pitch, a swing and a foul out of play to the right, and we'll do it again. And again, a welcome to those of you listening on WJKS in Indianapolis, Indiana. And also welcome to those of you listening on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network. We appreciate you. 2 balls, 2 strikes, Antonacci. The pitch on the way, a swing and a bouncing ball to second, fumbled, and you can put it in your back pocket. Antonacci reaches on what should be an error by Ryan Velotti. And that's exactly the call. E4 is the scoring. Ryan Velotti had it, and in that case, you must assume the out. And Velotti just couldn't get a hold of it. So the White Sox have the leadoff runner aboard. Antonacci reached yesterday via walk, and here is Munetaka Murakami. The first pitch outside with a sinker for ball 1. Tune in, interact with us during our simulcast. Let us know where you are listening from, and we'll say hi to you as well. 1 ball, no strikes. Jacks from the set position, first base side of the rubber, the kick and the pitch, high with a sinker. It's 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Murakami is 3 for 8 with a home run, 2 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. He's sitting at 244, 24 homers. He's driven in 51. 2-0 the count. The pitch on the way, a sinker in for a strike, and it's 2-1. That was a sweeper and not a sinker. I called that incorrectly. I apologize for that. 2-1 the count. Antonacci at first, nobody out. The pitch, swing and a miss on a fastball up and in. And the count is now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that was a rising fastball. Murakami thought he could connect with that. 2-2 the count. Antonacci at first, nobody out. Jacks from the set position, first base side of the rubber. The long set, the pitch. Strike 3 called on the sinker. Right on the inside corner. And there is 1 out in the first. I wanted to learn how to throw a sinker. I never got the chance to. So here is Miguel El Tigre Vargas, who is 1 for 7 this series with a home run, an RBI, a run, and 2 strikeouts. They begin with him with a sweeper, and it's outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out, 1 on. Here in the top of the fourth. Just getting started from St. Petersburg. The 1-0 pitch. A swing and a high pop-up. First base side. And it is caught by Aranda. And there's 2 out in the first. Here's Colson Montgomery hitting at 215, 25 homers. He's driven in 63. He is 1 for 8, and that one hit was a home run on Friday. He's driven in a pair of runs, but he has struck out 4 times in this series. Griffin Jacks sets, kicks, deals, a swing and a pop-up foul out of play for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. 2 out, bottom of the top of the first, beg your pardon. Jax is from the set position. He turns and he throws, and they check on Antonacci, and he's back safely. One strike to count. 2 out, runner at first. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss on a changeup, and the count's 0-2. Good pitch that time from Griffin Jacks. And yes, I'm sending this to everybody. It's all about getting everything and everybody out there. Runner at first, 2 down. One thing I am going to add, I'm going to write out the defense so I don't have to call on memory to remember the names. In fact, I'm going to try to do that during breaks in this game. The 0-2 pitch, a swing and a slap, base hit down the right field line. That is headed into the corner. Antonacci round second. He's headed for third. He'll get the stop sign. Montgomery into second with a 2-out double. So Colson Montgomery laces a double down the right field line, just past first baseman Aranda. And the White Sox have a pair of runners in scoring position immediately with 2 out. '18th double this season for Colson Montgomery. Remember, the White Sox were shut out yesterday, 1-0. Here is Benintendi. Here's the pitch. A swing and a pop-up foul out of play for strike 1. Snowman, you're doing a great job, says Paul E. Rebel. Chicago Paul, known as Paul E. Rebel, living in Lake Havasu City, Arizona. Thank you, Paul. Thank you very much. I want to ask the fans a favor, and I might be doing it throughout the ball game. The 0-1. Benintendi offered, did not swing, and the count's even 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 down, runners at second and third. Antonacci reached on an error. Murakami struck out. Vargas popped out. Colson Montgomery doubled. And now Andrew Benintendi at the plate. Jacks from the set, first base side of the rubber. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss on a changeup. And the count is 1-2. The White Sox made a trade and acquired Luis Castillo from the Seattle Mariners. So we get a veteran arm to help our pitching staff. The position that we need is a closer. Sir Anthony Dominguez is on to Seattle. Of course, the big trade, Tariq Skubal to the Dodgers from the Tigers. 1-2. The pitch on the way. That is bounced in front of the plate. Nobody picks it up. Throw to first. Save! And the White Sox score. It's 1-0. So Andrew Benintendi gets the scoring started with Antonacci flying home. So Benintendi did swing. Oh, that was close. That was a close play at first base. They may take a look at it. Griffin Jacks couldn't pick it up with his bare hands, so he threw it from his knee. And we have a conference on the mound. E1 is the ruling. Error on Griffin Jacks, who has thrown 21 pitches this inning. And everybody knows who was tuned into my baseball broadcast. That's one of the stats I watch. So with Jax, 2 errors in the inning, along with a hit, and the White Sox lead 1-0. First run since Friday because they were shut out yesterday. They left 5 runners on base. Here is Tristan Peters hitting at .266 on the year. Jax from the set position, kicks and fires. A changeup outside for ball 1. Tristan Peters 0 for 6 in this series. He's hitting at .266, 6 homers. He's driven in 38. You would love to have a hit here with 2 outs. The 1-0 high with a fastball, and it's 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes, the count. 2 out, a run home, an unearned run. 2 errors in the inning. Peters is ready, and so is Griffin Jax. And the 2-0 pitch. A sweeper for a strike, and it's 2-1. Got a question of the day for you also, and also some trivia. Two balls and a strike. 2 out, a run home. The pitch on the way, a swing and a chopper foul, first base side. And the count is now even at 2-2. 25 pitches in the first inning for Griffin Jax. And if you're Anthony Kay, you are studying very hard and you're getting loose and you're getting ready. You don't want to throw that many pitches in the first inning. 2-2 pitch, swinging a foul out of play to the left. We'll do it again. Runners at the corners, 2 out, a run home. Jax from the set. The pitch on the way is low and inside. Runner takes off for second. They got him in a rundown. They miss Benintendi, and scoring from third is Montgomery, and the White Sox lead 2-0. So a pitch was low. It's now 3-2 on the batter, Tristan Peters. Benintendi took off late. They throw down to second, didn't get Benintendi, and then Montgomery steals home. So that goes as a double steal. They threw it to Williamson, and Ben Williamson wanted to come home, but Benintendi distracted him long enough where he couldn't make a decision. So that is recorded as a stolen base, a double steal at that. The payoff pitch struck him out on a fastball swinging. And that will be that. 2 runs, both unearned, with 1 hit, 2 errors, and 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the first. White Sox 2, and the Rays coming to bat on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Hey everyone, I'm joined by my old friend, Mr. Ellis Williams, AKA Mr. Biggs. You called me and you told me, you said, man, I got CarShield. And it worked. What made you get it?
I have this old SUV, and I know the manufacturer warranty is about to run out. I didn't want to get stuck with expensive car repairs.
Right.
So I gave CarShield a call. Coverage was very affordable, and there was no long-term contract. A few months after that, transmission went on my car. I took it to my mechanic. They called CarShield and saved my family and I $2,400.
CarShield is America's #1 auto protection company. Their administrators have paid out over $1 billion in claims and cover most vehicles from 5,000 to 150,000 miles. You'll receive 24/7 roadside assistance, courtesy towing, rental reimbursement at no additional charge.
Give CarShield a call today before it's too late. Remember,
CarShield cars go farther.
Protect yourself now against expensive auto repair bills. Call 800-513-9263.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay?
Here's the Rays lineup. Yandy Diaz, the DH, leads off. Jonathan Aranda bats second at first. Junior Caminero bats third. He's at third base. Ryan Velarde bats fourth at second base. Chandler Simpson bats fifth in left field. Johnny DeLuca sixth and right. Ben Williamson bats seventh and shortstop. Cedric Mullins bats 8th. He's in center field. And batting 9th is Nick Fortes. He is the catcher. Anthony Kay making his 21st start of the year, 103.2 innings pitched. He features a fastball, a sweeper, and he begins with a fastball upstairs, ball 1 to Yandy Diaz. Yandy Diaz hitting at .304 on the season. Kay from the windup delivers a swing and a pop-up into right field, coming on as Everson Pereira. Now he backs up, but he makes the catch. 1 down in the first. And I guarantee you for a brief moment, he lost it in the lights. So he started to jog in and then had to circle back, and he made the catch. He lost it in the lights momentarily. So 2 pitches, 1 out. And the pitch to Aranda is grounded to the right side off of Murakami's glove. Stick it in your back pocket. That's an infield hit. So I think you will score that a hit. It was going to be a tough play for Murakami to make. So now the Rays threaten 1 out, 1 on. I took a weird hop on Murakami. Mydroth got to it, and Kay did his thing covering first. So 1 out, 1 on to Junior Caminero. He takes a sweeper down low for ball 1. Antonacci in left, Peterson center, Pereira in right. Third to first, Vargas, Colson, Montgomery, Mydroth, Murakami, and he whacks one to third to Vargas to second for 1, return to a double play, and we're out of the inning. And Kay only throws 4 pitches in that inning. We're done with 1. It's the White Sox 2 and the Rays nothing on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze claw.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Welcome back to our broadcast. We head to the top of the second with the White Sox leading 2-0. They got a hit, and Tampa Bay committed 2 errors in the top of the first. Braden Montgomery was scratched at the last minute. I like Braden Montgomery, switch hitting right fielder. Here is Chase Mydroth facing Griffin Jackson. Mydroth blasts one deep to left, but it's curving foul. Oh, have mercy. Have mercy. Man, you keep that fair and it's 3-0. Holy catfish. He jumped all over that first pitch. 0-1 the count. Jacks from the set, first base side of the rubber. The pitch on the way is a sweeper for a strike, and the count is 0-2. We're in the top of the second, 2-0 White Sox. And my feed has frozen. Now we're back to business. The 0-2 pitch, poked to the right side and through for a base hit. Maybe, yes! Into right field as Aranda couldn't come up with it. My drop back to first, save! Oh, man! He almost got picked off at the same time. He overran the bag, and he breathes a sigh of relief. And that hit the bag. That hit the bag, and then my drop had to dive back to first before he was tagged by Griffin Jacks. That's got to be a scary situation if you overrun the base and the defensive man is alert and tries to get the ball back in to get you. Here's Everson Pereira hitting at 211, and he takes a sweeper for a strike, and it's 0-1. One strike the count to Everson Pereira, second hit for the White Sox. Pereira playing for Braden Montgomery this afternoon. The pitch on the way. A swing and a ground ball to second. Velotti to Williamson for one. Return to Aranda. Got him. Double play. And quickly 2 outs in the second. Ooh, wait a second. It looked like Pereira beat the throw. And the White Sox indeed are challenging it. Pereira indeed beat the throw. Taking a look here at the real slow-mo. Pereira foot on the bag before the ball got to the glove of Aranda. So that should be a fielder's choice. Runner is safe. Runner is indeed safe. The call's overturned. So instead of 2 outs and nobody on, it's 1 out with a runner on at first base. And here is Drew Romo, the 9th place hitter, the catcher, hitting at 138 on the year. Griffin Jacks from the set position. Kicks and fires. A strike with a sweeper, and the count's 0-1. And that looked a little low. Romo this series is 1 for 4. He's got 5 home runs and 11 RBI with his 138 average. The kick and the pitch. Swing and a miss on a changeup. And the count is 0-2. Arizona and Cleveland, they're in the bottom of the second. No score at Progressive Field. 0-2 the count. Jack settles back on the rubber. Romo back in the left-handed batter's box. Bends at the waist. Jax does. Comes straight. Kicks. Fires. Outside with a changeup, and it's 1-2. Jeff Passan updates the Rays are acquiring Freddie Peralta in a trade with the New York Mets. Rays get their starter who joins Drew Rasmussen, Shane McClanahan, and Nick Martinez. Then that rotation gets even more dangerous. The pitch on the way. Strike 3 called with a sinker on the inside. Nothing Romo could do. And there's 2 outs in the second. You have a small business, or you're just a patron who loves alternative play-by-play broadcasting and you want to get a shout out on the air, drop an email to snowmanmultimedia@gmail.com and we can display your support for a very low price. Again, drop an email to snowmanmultimedia@gmail.com. Antonacci is at the plate, who reached on an error, and he takes a curveball for strike 1. 0-1 the count. A turn and throw to first. Runner Pereira gets back. What do you guys think of the Tariq Skubal trade from the Tigers to the Dodgers? And I saw a funny meme that accompanied it. The 0-1 to Sam upstairs with a fastball, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Antonacci 0 for 1 today. He reached on an error in the first and scored. He's hitting at 278 on the year as a present moment. The 1-1 pitch, swinging a foul off the catcher, and the count is 1-2. Everson Pereira at first reached on a fielder's choice. 2 out in the top of the second. The White Sox lead 2-0. And you want to hold on to this lead if you're the White Sox. First 2 runs they've scored in the last 10 innings because they were shut out yesterday, 1-0. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Sam Antonacci. Murakami on deck. Griffin Jack settles in first base side of the rubber. Bends at the waist and now straightens. And the 1-2 pitch, swinging a ground ball to short. Williamson up with it. Tossed to Aranda at first. It's in time and the inning is over. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the second. White Sox 2, Tampa Bay 0 on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
The Big Ten.
You can say you're not impressed. You can say you're not happy. You can say all these things, but no, whatever the case may be, the Buckeyes are on top of the football world. And it's just where it is.
The SEC.
But I blame one person for this.
One person? What one person are you going to be blaming? Good. I don't give a crap. Big 12.
That team right there that is ranked 15 that put up 45 points.
Yes, sir.
They were picked dead last at the beginning of the season.
The ACC. Quote, feeling the blues in Death Valley, close quote. Duke ends a 45-year drought in Clemson. You are coaching a team, son. Get with the program and worry about your program.
The CLP rankings, do away with that.
Right.
Do away with it.
Bring down the gridiron on the Playmakers Network YouTube channel and where you can find podcasts.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Keeping our eye on a couple of games as we'll get an update next inning on the Indiana Fever and the Minnesota Lynx, Caitlin Clark versus Olivia Miles. And we'll also keep you updated on what's going on in Cleveland. The bottom of the second inning begins with a pop-up foul out of play by Ryan Velarde for strike 1. 4, 5, and 6 due for the Rays. Here in the bottom of the second, the Rays trailing 2-0. Bearing down the gridiron, one of our associate programs you can hear on Snowman Multimedia Sports Network Radio. That is line to right. On comes Pereira. It'll drop for a base hit. So Velarde reaches with a single to start the second. Again, what do you all think of the Tariq Skubal trade? Was it a good trade for both teams? Here's a bunt out in front of the plate. Kay gets to it. Underhand toss to Murakami is in time. There's 1 out in the second. Good job by Anthony Kay getting off the mound in a hurry. Long as you get the job done, who cares if it looks pretty or not? Kay overran the ball, but quickly scooped it up with his glove. Stumbled and made the toss to first. And there's one out in the second. Christian Simpson retired on the first pitch. Here is Johnny DeLuca, who was a hero yesterday. The pitch, swinging a foul out of play for strike one. DeLuca made a couple of great plays in the field yesterday. Don't forget, at the end of the game, we will have our player of the game, presented by the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network. 0-1 to DeLuca, and the pitch, swinging a pop-up. On the infield, going out is Mydrop. Coming on is Pereira. Mydrop makes the one-handed catch, and there's two down in the second. And that's only the 10th pitch thrown by Anthony Kay. That was one of the goals. Keep the pitch count low. Here's the shortstop, Ben Williamson, who is 0 for 3. He is hitting at 248, 2 homers. He's driven in 25. Anthony Kay from the stretch, first base side of the rubber, looks at second twice, and the pitch. A breaking ball inside for ball one. Looking at my audio notebook that I'm keeping with me for every game. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 down here in the bottom of the second. The pitch to Ben, inside with a cutter, and it's 2-0. Now, if you're Anthony Kay, you don't want to mess around here and have this be a big inning for the Rays. After they started with a bloop single to right. Kay from the set, double glance to second, and here's the pitch. A sweeper inside, and it's 3-0. Now you got to come back and get him. You got to come back and get him if you're Anthony Kay. 3 balls, no strikes, runner at second. 2 out in the bottom of the second. Kay looks at second. The pitch. Strike called with a fastball, and it's 2-1. Kay looking in, has the signal, comes to the set position, and the 3-1 pitch. A swing and a bouncing ball to short. Colson Montgomery fields it with 2 hands, tossed to first, in time to get Williamson by a step, and the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, a great play by Anthony Kay, no errors, and 1 man left. We're done with 2. White Sox 2, Rays nothing on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Flying right along as we head to the top of the third. White Sox 2, Rays nothing. It'll be Murakami, Vargas, and Montgomery due for the White Sox here in the top of the third. And I want to thank everybody that has tuned us in over the weekend. And Murakami takes a strike from Griffin Jackson. The count's 0-1. Murakami struck out swinging his first time up. Came in today hitting .244. The pitch, swinging a grounder foul, first baseline. And the count is 0-2 to Munetaka Murakami. Exciting rookie from Japan. He played 8 years in Japan, was a 2-time MVP. Now trying to bring it over to the White Sox. 0-2 the count, nobody out, nobody on here in the top of the third. The 0-2 pitch, high with a fastball. It's 1-2. One ball, two strikes to Anthony Kay. The pitch. A changeup on the outside corner, missed it. And the count is now even at 2-2. Here's the pitch. Fastball strike, and the count is 0-1. And the White Sox are challenging it. Why'd you do that? That was a strike. That was a strike all the way. So the White Sox foolishly lose the challenge. And the count's 0-1 to Miguel Vargas. 0-1 the count. Jax deals. A sweeper outside. Counts even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Griffin Jax has thrown 49 pitches in 2 1/3 innings. That first inning really set him back because he threw 28 then. The pitch, low, and it's 2-1 on a changeup. Guardians have grabbed the lead over Arizona. It's 1-0. They're in the bottom of the third. The pitch, low and inside with a sinker, and it's 3-1. So if you're Vargas, I believe you would take the next pitch to see what he'd come back with. The pitch, swing and a miss on a fastball at 96. And the count is now full at 3-2. Luis Castillo, in 10 seasons, has a career 3.65 ERA. A little bit of a 3-quarter delivery, but he was murder against us. He was absolute murder against us. Strike 3 called with a sinker, and Vargas is gone. Third strikeout for Griffin Jax. And there's 2 out in the third. Now here's the shortstop, Colson Montgomery. He doubled in the first and stole home on what turned out to be a double steal. Andrew Benintendi would be next. Here's the pitch. A swing and a tapper foul for strike 1. Long as Anthony Kay keeps the pitch count down and still gets outs, he should be good. This lead should stand up, but you know the White Sox offense wants to get more. From the set position, the pitch. A sweeper for a strike, and it's 0-2. Noah Schultz took the loss yesterday after pitching 5 innings. And Schultz gave up the lone run of the ball game. Enjoy baseball for what it is, because there won't be a season next year. Thanks a lot, Dodgers. A Pizzle, I agree. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Montgomery is gone, and Kay struck out the side. He now has 5 in the game. Nothing across for the White Sox. We go to the bottom of the third. White Sox 2, Rays nothing on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets. Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Third quarter update from Minneapolis as the Minnesota Lynx have taken control and they lead by 13 over the Indiana Fever, 68-55. They have just started the third quarter. Red Sox and Dodgers are the feature game tonight on Sunday Night Baseball as Anthony Kay delivers upstairs and outside for ball one. Cedric Mullins, former Baltimore Oriole, facing Anthony Kay. As Kay from the windup delivers the 1-0 to Mullins. A fastball up and in. It's 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. Anthony Kay is ready. Winds and fires. Fastball swung on, fouled out of play. And the count's now 2-1. Anthony Kay looking for his 8th victory this season. Cardinals lead the Blue Jays 1-0. They're in the top of the fourth in Toronto. Here's the pitch. Strike called, and the count's even 2-2 with a sweeper. Scoreboard update for you coming at the top of the next inning. From the windup, the pitch. A sinker outside, and the count's full 3-2. Kay is ready. From the chest high wind, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball. And Cedric Mullins is down, one down in the third. I mean, he reared back and blew it by him at 96. 97, let me correct myself, 97. From the chest high wind, the first pitch to Nick Fortes is popped up. Chase Mydrock goes out, makes the one-handed catch, one pitch, 2 outs. The pitch efficiency is one of the things we highlighted during the pregame show. And so far, it has come to fruition for lefty Anthony Kay, but there's a long way to go in the game. Anthony Kay is ready. He delivers a strike to Yandy Diaz, who was 0 for 1 on the afternoon. He flew out in the first inning. From the windup, here's the 0-1. A cutter upstairs, and the count's even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitching efficiency is what I love. When you can get outs with the fewest amount of pitches, that's a great sign you're going to have a good ball game. Yandy Diaz is ready, and so is Kay. The pitch, tapped foul at the plate, and the count is now 1-2. Kay has now thrown 25 pitches through 2 2/3 innings. That's the same number of pitches that Griffin Jacks for Tampa Bay was struggling with during the top of the first. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch on the way, a swing and a pop-up. Colson Montgomery circles the wagons behind second base, makes the catch, inning over. Rays go 1-2-3 in the bottom of the third, and we're through 3. White Sox 2, Rays nothing on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
The Big Ten.
You can say you're not impressed. You can say you're not happy. You can say all these things, but no, whatever the case may be, the Buckeyes are on top of the football world. And it's just where it is.
The SEC.
But I blame one person for this.
One person? What one person are you going to be blaming? Good. I don't give a crap. Big 12.
That team right there that is ranked 15 that put up 45 points.
Yes, sir.
They were picked dead last at the beginning of the season.
The ACC. Quote, feeling the blues in Death Valley, close quote. Duke ends a 45-year drought in Clemson. You are coaching a team, son. Get with the program and worry about your program.
The CLP rankings, do away with that.
Right.
Do away with it.
Bring down the gridiron on the Playmakers Network YouTube channel and where you can find podcasts.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Pitching efficiency going well for Anthony Kay and the Chicago White Sox. We head to the 4th inning as the White Sox lead the Rays 2-0. They're making, they're picking on Dan Plesac, who is John Schriffin's partner in the broadcast booth. Plesac was a good pitcher. Loved watching him and loved watching him even more as an analyst. First pitch to Benintendi is swung on and blasted to deep right field. Back at the wall, and it's a gunner! Andrew Benintendi with a first pitch home run to begin the 4th, and the White Sox lead 3-0. That ball was absolutely scorched. That ball was scorched out of here. So Benintendi provides a little bit more of a lead on the first pitch he sees. It was a cutter on the inside, and Benintendi cut loose. Here's Tristan Peters, who is 0 for 1 on the afternoon. He takes the ball inside, and it's ball 1. 12th home run of the year for Andrew Benintendi. The pitch, a changeup for a strike, and the count is even at 1-1. I inadvertently said Anthony Benintendi, and I meant Andrew Benintendi, so I apologize for that. I'm just getting back into the groove of doing baseball and loving it. 1 ball, 1 strike to Peters. The pitch bunted foul, third base side, and the count is 1-2. 3-0 White Sox. Their third hit of the game is an Andrew Benintendi bomb to right field. One and two, the count. Griffin Jack settles back on the rubber, bends at the waist, and now straightens. And the 1-2 pitch. A swing at the line drive, base hit in the right field. DeLuca gets it back into the infield, but 2 hits now in the inning for the White Sox. So as long as the White Sox take care of business, With Tampa Bay today and then Boston the next 3 games, there should be a bit of a more comfortable lead into the division. But all you want to do, if you're the White Sox, is continue to take care of business. Here's a bunt in the air, and it's caught at third, back to first, not in time, 1 out in the 4th. Chase Mindrop trying to drop a sacrifice bunt, popped one in the air. Caminero raced in and caught it, and then fired back to first to nearly double up the runner. And that's why Junior Caminero is one heck of an all-star at third base. So here is 8th place hitter Everson Pereira, who was 0 for 1 on the afternoon. White Sox lead 3-0. They have a runner at first and 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. Jax from the set delivers. Outside, ball 1 with a curveball. 1-0 the count. 1 out, 1 on here in the 4th. White Sox with a run home. The pitch, swinging a pop-up foul out of play, and the count's even. 1 ball, 1 strike. They go to the top of the 4th in Cleveland, and the Guardians lead that game now 2-0. We will definitely keep our eye on that. The Fever has climbed back to within 6 of Minnesota at 77-71. They're late in the 3rd quarter, and that pitch is fouled at the plate. And the count is 1-2 to Everson Pereira, who grounded into a fielder's choice in the 2nd, hitting at 208 on the year. He does have 3 home runs, and he's driven in 7. 1-2 the count. Peters at first, 1 out. Jax straightens at the belt, and the 1-2 pitch struck him out with a curveball, swinging. 6 strikeouts now for Griffin Jax. And here is the catcher, Drew Romo. Romo again, also 0 for 1 on the afternoon. Jax is ready. And the pitch, swing and a miss on a fastball at 94 for strike 1. One strike to count. Peters at first. A turn and throw to check on Peters, and he is safe. And that's the first disengagement from Griffin Jax on this at bat. Jax straightens at the belt. And the 0-1 pitch. A swing and a foul at the plate. Got a piece of Romo, and it's 0-2. Snowman in the Morning comes your way tomorrow at 10 a.m., and it's a 3-hour special. In fact, 3 hours are going to be the regular time. Beginning on Labor Day to kick off season number 13. And we're excited to have you all along for the ride. 0-2 the count. Jax is ready. A long set by Griffin Jax. Here it comes. Fastball upstairs. And the count is 2-2. "69 pitches by Griffin Jax through 3 2/3. Pitch number 70 is swung on and missed with a curveball, and that retires the side. But the White Sox get a Benny bomb from Andrew Benintendi, and they lead 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the 4th on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
The Big Ten.
You can say you're not impressed. You can say you're not happy. You can say all these things, but no, whatever the case may be, the Buckeyes are on top of the football world. And it's just where it is.
The SEC.
But I blame one person for this. I blame one person for this.
One person. What one person are you going to be blaming? Good. I don't give a crap. Big 12.
That team right there that is ranked 15 that put up 45 points.
Yes, sir.
They were picked dead last at the beginning of the season.
The ACC. Quote, feeling the blues in Death Valley, close quote. Duke ends a 45-year drought in Clemson. You are coaching a team, son. Get with the program and worry about your program.
The CLP rankings, do away with that.
Right.
Do away with it.
Bring down the gridiron on the Playmakers Network YouTube channel and where you can find podcasts.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
That White Sox show premieres this Wednesday, along with that 49ers show. Yes, I am bringing that 49ers show back after a swing and a miss last year because of scheduling and because of my health and because I was so overwhelmed. I'm bringing it back this year. So catch both on Wednesdays, and we'll lock in a permanent time for both as we go along. Anthony K is 1-0 to Aranda. And he delivers. Swing and a miss on a fastball that counts even 1-1. Jonathan Aranda is 0 for 1. He reached on an error in the first. From the chest high wind, here's the pitch. A sweeper outside, and the count is 2-1. 2-1 to Jonathan Aranda. The White Sox fans have been traveling well this year. Since they really began their run, the pitch, a sinker, I beg your pardon, outside, and it's 3-1. They really began to travel with the team after the Blue Jays series at home. The pitch, a looper headed into right center field and down for a base hit. Peters over to cut it off, and Jonathan Aranda is on with a leadoff single here in the bottom of the fourth inning. We owe you a scoreboard update and all kinds of other stuff. Just been cruising through the game so far. And the mistake that I made is everything I had planned, I didn't write it down. I was trying to do things at the last possible minute, and that's a stupid thing. So you're going to see very few graphics this afternoon. Glad we have the day off before we see Boston. The pitch to Caminero is lined into right field. Back goes Pereira, and he makes the running catch. Great catch by Everson Pereira. Beg your pardon. Sorry about the names, folks. Everson Pereira made a terrific catch on a sinking line drive into right, and there's one out in the fourth. Again, pitch count efficiency in the favor of Anthony K. And now here's Ryan Velarde, and he takes a strike, and the count's 0-1. The pitch on the way, a swing and a foul. Out of play on a cutter, and the count's 0-2. Ryan Velarde singled back in the second inning. He's hitting at .256. He has 9 homers, and he's driven in 35. Anthony K sets, looks at first, and the pitch. Bounced foul, first base side, and we'll do it again at 0-2. So I had a whole lot of things planned, as I'm also playing producer because I don't have enough hands today, but I didn't write everything down. That's a mistake I will correct beginning Tuesday. The pitch. Swing a foul. We'll do it again. And these are kind of like, they're real broadcasts, but they're like dress rehearsals for me also. Rolling into football season. Fans getting into it in Tampa. K from the set position. The pitch. A sinker upstairs and in. And the count is 1-2. Three 0 White Sox here in the top of the fourth inning. K sets the belt. The pitch on the way. A swing and a high fly ball into left field, dropping, and down for a base hit in front of Antonacci. So now the Rays have runners at first and second with one out and the tying run coming to the plate. So Ryan Bellotti is now 2 for 2 on the afternoon. You still have the double play in order if you're the White Sox, so I would think the middle infielders would play that way. Here is Chandler Simpson with a sacrifice bunt in the second inning, and Anthony Kay made a great play on it. And now these two will go at it again. Here's the pitch, a swing and a foul on a play to the right for strike one. I was afraid to do this I got to be honest with y'all. I was afraid to do this for about a year. Just some things in my head I hadn't gotten over. K steps off the rubber. Christian Simpson at the plate. Anthony Kay only threw 5 pitches in that first inning. Kay sets, and the pitch. A swing and a ground ball, base hit into right. Aranda stops at third, and now the Rays are cooking something up with one out in the fourth. They now have the bases loaded. The bad news is the bases are loaded for Tampa Bay, and this team can run. The good news is you still have the double play in order, or you have a force at any base if you're the White Sox. So now let's see if Anthony Kay and the White Sox can wiggle their way out of this jam. And this is usually the inning where Kay runs into trouble. He's only thrown 40 pitches, but he has given up 3 hits in this inning. Now Johnny DeLuca comes to the plate. And he could use a strikeout as well. He's got 3 of them. Bases loaded with Rays, 1 out. Johnny DeLuca with the bases loaded this year is 4-for-6. Very dangerous numbers. Kay is from the set position, kicks and fires. A ball inside with a cutter, and it's 1-0. Nervous time for the White Sox. They lead 3-0, but Tampa Bay, a good team, has a threat going. The pitch to DeLuca, a swing and a tapper foul, and the count is 1-1. One ball, one strike to count. Need an out here to keep the Rays off the board. The pitch. A swing and a little pop-up to Montgomery. Got it. 2 down in the inning. Damian Hernandez is with us. What's up, brother? White Sox better win, and I hope the Yankees beat the crap out of the Cubs. You just echoed my sentiment. My friend. Damian, the only favor I ask with your comments, and I love that you're here with us, is just keep them clean, please. Here's Ben Williamson, who was 0 for 1. The pitch on the way, a swing and a high chopper to Anthony Kay. The throw to first in time, and Anthony Kay wiggles out of a jam. No runs, 3 hits, no errors, and the 3 left on. Wow, what a way to wiggle out of a jam by Anthony Kay. We go to the 5th, White Sox 3, Rays nothing on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific time zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
To the 5th inning we go. 3-0 White Sox over the Rays. 3 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the Sox. No runs, 4 hits, and 2 big errors for the Rays. Scoreboard update very quickly. Philadelphia leads Baltimore 2-0. They're delayed in the bottom of the 3rd. Washington and Atlanta 2 apiece. Top of the 6th in Toronto. St. Louis leads Toronto 1. Sam Cincinnati hits the first pitch foul for strike 1. Cleveland leads Arizona 2-0. They're in the top of the 5th. Miami and the Mets are scoreless at Citi Field. They're also in the 5th. Cincinnati with a touchdown lead over Pittsburgh, 7-0. Rangers in Houston, they're in the middle of the 3rd, no score. Yankees and Cubs, no score. Bottom of the 2nd. Kansas City and Colorado goes later. And here's the sweeper for a strike, and it's 0-2. Milwaukee and the Angels, Detroit and the Athletics, Minnesota, Seattle, San Francisco, San Diego, and Boston and the Dodgers all go later. And the White Sox just lost their 2nd challenge. So they'll be out of challenges. Also an update from, oh, wait, that call was overturned. So it's 1-1. Here's the pitch. Swinging a high fly ball into right field. Back goes DeLuca in front of the track, in front of the wall, and he makes the catch. Oh, I thought they had another one. A long fly out for Sam Antonacci. There's 1 out in the 5th. Also, update from Minnesota. The Lynx, the best team in the WNBA, are up 10 on the Fever, 98-88. And Brooke Fletcher, the sideline reporter for the White Sox, nearly fell in the water. Don't do that. Here's Munetaka Murakami, who has struck out twice. The pitch, a sinker upstairs for ball 1. Yeah, as I mentioned at the bottom of the 4th inning, I was afraid to do this for a year. All kinds of emotions and nerves going through me. There would be so many times I would be ready to hit the button and I would cancel it because I didn't feel right. The 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed, and the count's even 1-1. I just, like I said, there were times I just didn't feel right. But it took me learning to write things down, and I'm still learning that lesson. It's an old lesson, but I'm learning it again to get myself organized. The pitch on the way, swinging a foul at the plate, and the count is 1-2. And Nick Fortes took that shot. Let's hope he's all right. The 2 people that get beat up the most in a ball game are the catcher and the home plate umpire. with some of the foul balls that happen, they take a beating at home plate. How do I know? I've seen it happen and I've felt it happen. I have been a home plate umpire. The pitch on the way, a ball with a curve, and the count is now even at 2-2. But yeah, I'm getting over my fear of doing games and getting here in the office and being so nervous that I would cancel the game at the last second and walk away. My wife Jody was asking me, here's a ground ball to first, Aranda up with it, he'll win the race to the bag against Murakami, and there's 2 out in the 5th. But even my wife would ask me what's wrong, and I just couldn't put a finger on it. I couldn't put a finger on what's wrong. But now I've identified it that, part of the streaming culture just made me angry. And what I've seen in the streaming culture. And if you listen to Snowman in the Morning, I also revealed what I didn't like about what's going on in the WNBA. Talk more about that tomorrow. Here's our Tigre, Miguel Vargas, who was 0 for 2 in the afternoon. He takes a ball outside. 1 ball, no strikes to Miguel Vargas. 0 for 2 on the afternoon. We're in the 5th, 3-0 White Sox. Griffin jacks from the set. The pitch, a sweeper for a strike, and the count is now even at 1-1. It was the culture that made me mad. But now I'm getting over it. I'm slowly getting over it by just getting in here and doing it. The pitch on the way, swing and a miss on a fastball, and it's 1-2. Not only getting in here and doing it, planning it right, setting it up correctly, and if I don't feel good, I will not go on the air. And it's not me missing games. It's me making sure I am in good health physically, mentally, and emotionally. And I'm sticking to those rules. That's why I only do 1 game a day. 1-2 pitch, swinging a pop up in the right. DeLuca back, takes a couple steps in, makes the catch, inning over. For one of the few times a day, the White Sox go up and out in order. I'll talk more about it after we get back. Middle of the 5th, 3-0 White Sox on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brux Night Guard. Now the Brux Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to BruxNightGuard.com and order yours today.
At the Playmakers Network, sports are more than games. They're a community. From basketball and college football to professional wrestling and Rams football, our shows keep fans informed, entertained, and connected. Watch live, listen on your favorite podcast platform, and join the conversation. The Playmakers Network. Sports, community, conversation.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
We head to the bottom of the 5th as the White Sox lead the Rays 3-0. They got 2 in the first. Both of those runs were unearned. And an Andrew Benintendi long home run to right field. And that's where we are at 3-0. As I was explaining in the top of the inning, the reason the 1-game rule exists, the last 5 times I have tried to do a doubleheader, especially when I wanted to push the WNBA, I felt horrible. I felt absolutely horrible after 1 game. I was worn out. Anthony Kay delivers to Cedric Mullins a strike, and the count is 0-1. I felt absolutely horrible. And I just could not go. I was trying to push myself. The 0-1 is a slider outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. I just could not push myself, and I'm not going to either. If I'm at a school and I have to do a doubleheader, then yes, I will, but not here. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, and the count's 1-2. If I'm at a school and they're playing a doubleheader, I know that pacing where I can get through a doubleheader and what I would need to do, but I haven't done it in almost 3 years. So it's going to take me a while to get used to that. But I'm trying it. I really am. The 1-2 pitch, swinging a pop-up foul, and we'll do it again. There's just so much that I want to do in this broadcasting space, and as I enter year number 31, and I just want to go with a lot of things, but I know I have to keep myself healthy, physically, mentally, and emotionally. The 1-2 pitch, a swing at a bouncing ball to Murakami. He's got it, steps on the bag, 1 out in the 5th. But yeah, I'm so excited with the opportunity, and I just found out that I can qualify for my CDL Class B permit and license, and I can start working somewhere or start training somewhere. Here's Nick Fortes, who was 0 for 1. He popped out in the third. Anthony K from the windup delivers a sweeper for a strike, and it's 0-1. Yeah, but when I found out I qualified for that, in my head, I jumped up and down like a 10-year-old celebrating a touchdown, but I was so happy. The pitch fouled off the plate, and the count is 0-2. I was so happy when I found that out because now I have an opportunity to rest a little bit while I search for a job as Craig Kimbrell, former White Sox and Cub pitcher, warming up in the Tampa Bay bullpen. The pitch on the way. A four-seam fastball outside, and the count is 1-2. I just want to get back into a routine where I'm working, bringing in money to help the family, using this to bring in money to help the family also while I get my act together. The pitch, a looper into center field, and on comes Peters. He's got it. 2 down in the inning. We may take a peek at the trade deadline to see who goes where, but the biggest domino has already dropped, and that's Tariq Skubal. He's a Dodger. Now here's Yandy Diaz. As K delivers, a strike called with a sweeper, and it's 0-1. K from the windup. And the 0-1, a sinker on the corner, missed it, and the count's even 1-1. 54 pitches now for Anthony K, and he's almost through 5. See if he can get through 5. K from the windup, and the pitch. Change up outside, and it's 2-1. But yeah, I have got to do a better job, and I will, of taking care of my physical health, my mental health, and my emotional health, because after cancer, it's been out of control. The pitch on the way, fouled out of play to the right, and the count is even at 2-2. And I'm just learning how to do that and do it correctly. I know I got to take a little bit I know I have to drop some weight. I know that, and I got to get going with my walking routine again. 2-2 the count. The pitch on the way, swinging a foul out of play to the right. We'll do it again. I got to start walking again consistently. And a lot of this that I'm getting out of my system is fear. I've been fearful. I don't know why. I've been so fearful about repairing my body and all the work it's going to take. The pitch upstairs. And the count is full at 3-2. But I've been so fearful of my body and what I have to do to get it back into the shape it was in once upon a time, where I can walk long distances. The payoff pitch, swinging a bouncing ball to short. Colson Montgomery up with it. Toss across to first. In time, inning over. I'll complete that thought when you all get back. Nothing across for the Rays. We're done with 5. White Sox 3, Rays nothing on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do two circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
We head to the top of the sixth inning. The White Sox lead the Rays 3-0. Anthony K is through 5. And he has not given up a run, although he has given up 4 hits. A lot of White Sox fans in Tampa. And as I mentioned earlier, the White Sox began to travel well, and I will say after the Toronto series at home. Craig Kimbrell now on to pitch in his 33rd game, 32 and a 2/3 innings pitched. He has a 4.41 ERA. So Griffin jacks. Here's the pitch to Colson Montgomery is fouled out of play for strike 1. So Griffin jacks, goes 5 innings, gives up 3 runs, 1 earned with 4 hits. He didn't walk anybody and he struck out 6. That's the unofficial line. Kimbrell from the set delivers. Swing and a miss on a changeup. And 0-2. Kimbrell was a premier closer once upon a time. First with Atlanta and then with Boston. And time is called. Kimbrell steps off the rubber. Colson Montgomery gets back in to the batter's box. Oh, 0-2 the count. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss on a fastball. A rising fastball at that. And there's 1 out. Here is Andrew Benintendi. For the last time he was up in the 4th inning, he just blasted 1 out of the ballpark to give the White Sox this current 3-0 lead. The pitch to Andrews, swing and a miss on a fastball. And the count is 0-1. Plesac rally polo. Benintendi swings and drives one to deep center. Back at the track and the wall. Catch made by Cedric Mullins. Thought he had another one, but he hit it to the deepest part of the park. And there's 2 out in the 6th. Now here's Tristan Peters, who is 1 for 2 on the day, facing Craig Kimbrell for the first time. Here's the pitch. A slurve. No, change that. Knuckle curve is low for ball 1. As mentioned, Peters is 1 for 2 on the afternoon with a base hit to right. The 1-0. Swing and a miss on a fastball. And the count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Peters hitting at .268. 6 homers, driven in 38. From the set position, the pitch. outside, and it's 2-1 to Tristan Peters. They're in the bottom of the fifth in Cleveland, and Cleveland is now up 5-0. So the White Sox have to take care of business here today. The pitch on the way, low and inside with a changeup. It's 3-1. Three and one the count. The pitch on the way is ball 4, and Peters reaches for the second time. So Kimbrel has thrown 10 pitches this inning. He has walked Tristan Peters with 2 out. And now he goes to work on Chase Mydroff, who fouled out in his last at bat. Here it comes. Fastball upstairs for ball 1. Don't forget, Snowman in the Morning comes your way 5 days a week at 10 a.m. on SMSN and Snowman Multimedia. 1 ball, no strikes to Chase Mydroff. Here she comes. A fastball strike, and the count's even 1-1. One ball, one strike, the count. Mydroff 1 for 2 on the day. He poked a single to right in the third. Here it comes again. Grounded foul, third base side. And the count is now 1-2. 2 outs in the sixth. White Sox 3, Rays nothing. Tristan Peters at first. Craig Kimbrel in to pitch for starter Griffin Jacks. The pitch on the way is low, and the count is now even at 2-2. Kimbrel gets his sign, now quickly comes set as he deals the 2-2 to Mydroff. Here she comes. Ball 3, throw to second, and Chief! Stolen base for Tristan Peters. Good jump by Peters, one of the fastest players on the ball club. And they could not throw him out. 6th stolen base on the year. The 3-2 to Mydroff is ball 4 on a fastball outside. Now Everson Pereira will head to the plate. But first, a jog to the mound from the pitching coach. Kimbrel got the first 2 men out very easily. And then an 8-pitch walk to Tristan Peters. And then along with a stolen base, another walk to Chase Mydroff. So they're going to leave Kimbrel in to see if he can wiggle out of this. 2 on, 2 out. Top of the 6th inning. White Sox looking to blow it open. And a well-placed hit here would blow it open. Here's Everson Pereira, who struck out his last time up. First time up, he grounded into a fielder's choice. He's hitting at 205. Kimbrel from the set delivers. Strike called with a fastball, and it's 0-1. Oh, 0-1 the count to Everson Pereira, playing right field for Braden Montgomery. The 0-1 pitch, slapped foul to the right, and the count is 0-2. Good inside-out swing by Pereira, trying to go the other way. Two strikes the count to Everson Pereira. Kimbrel is ready, comes to the set position. The kick and the pitch, fastball upstairs and in, and it's 1-2 to Pereira. Pereira's ready. So is Kimbrel. The 1-2. But Kimbrel steps off first. So you got Peters at second and Mydroth at first. Good speed aboard. So a well-placed one in the gap could get them both home. Here it comes. Fastball missed. They'll take a look, and this might end the inning. No, it won't. That was a ball outside. And I believe the Rays have just lost the challenge. So now the count is even at 2-2. Two and 2 the count. Kimbrel is set. The pitch to Pereira. A swing and a drive into left field. Going back at the track. And that is going to get down for a base hit. Christian Simpson runs it down. Peters is home. Mydroth is home. And the White Sox lead 5-0. Bingo! A well-placed hit by Everson Pereira brings home 2 runs. And the White Sox lead 5-0. And that may be it for Craig Kimbrel. A 2-run double for Everson Pereira on a fastball. And he whacked it to left center field, and Christian Simpson couldn't run it down. Pereira's 5th double this season brings in 2 runs. And the pitch to Romo is swung on and driven and popped up on the infield. Here comes Aranda. He's got it. Inning over. But the White Sox get 2 big runs on 2 hits. No errors, 1 left. To the bottom of the 6th. 5-0 White Sox.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
I can't believe I am consistently covering my home team, and I love it. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 5-0 White Sox. A 2-out, 2-run double by right fielder, Everson Pereira has provided a little bit more distance. And now Anthony Kay begins the 5th with a swing and a foul by Aranda for strike 1. Man, oh man. Final for Minnesota. The Lynx beat the Fever 108-100. And the Fever stayed in that game the entire time. The 0-1 to Aranda. Slash foul out of play to the left. And the count is 0-2. Anthony Kay into his 6th inning of work. I would like to try some of the foods they try. And a swing and a miss. Aranda is gone. 1 out in the 6th. Here comes Junior Caminero. 2 big runs in the 5th. from the White Sox. Since July 27th, the White Sox shut down Yordan Alvarez in a series, Ben Rice in a series, and now Junior Caminero, who takes a changeup inside for ball one. Caminero 1 for 8 in this series. Rice was 3 for 16 in the series against us at New Comiskey Park. And then Yordan Alvarez, Yordan, one of my favorite sluggers, was 1 for 9. And a swing and a miss on a changeup outside, and the count's 1-1 to Junior Caminero. This is all since July 27th that the big sluggers for the teams that we see have been shut down. Caminero 0 for 2 today. K from the windup and the 1-1 pitch. A cutter outside, and they want to take a look, and I think that's a foolish challenge. It's going to be confirmed as a ball. Yep, it is, and it's 2-1. So the White Sox are out of challenges, ABS challenges, that is, for the remainder of the game. You're allowed 2 each game. 2-1 the count to Junior Caminero. The pitch on the way. A cutter missed inside, and it's 3-1. What gave Anthony Kay the advantage, he protected a 3-0 lead in the 4th inning when the bases were loaded with 1 out, and he got out of it. 3-1 pitch. Bounced foul, third base side, and the count's full 3-2. Bottom of the 4th, Yankees lead the Cubs now 2-0. Royals and Rockies go later. From the windup, the payoff pitch. A swing and a tapper over Kay's head to Mydroth. Jump, throw, and safe. That was a high chopper, and Kay couldn't get to it. Montgomery was playing to pull. Murakami with a great dig at first, but Caminero can run. So 1 out, 1 on here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Anthony Kay has thrown only 69 pitches to date, and I've mentioned it about pitch number efficiency. Here's the pitch. Uh-oh, that is whacked into left field, but going back Antonacci, coming over is Pereira, and Pereira makes the catch, and there's 2 down to the inning. When it left the bat of Velarde, I thought it was out of the ballpark, but it stayed in, and it kind of died in left field. Sox coming for revenge, says Victor Locke. Yes, they are. Braves have taken the lead over the Nationals 3-2 in the bottom of the 6th. Kay's pitch on the ground and through for a base hit in the right. Caminero stops at second. And now 2 hits in this inning, and this may be Anthony Kay's final inning. But I think he still has a few pitches left in him. We will see how Will Venable plays it. Christian Simpson with a base hit to right. And here's Johnny DeLuca. Next time we'll be with you will be Tuesday night as the White Sox face the Boston Red Sox. And we're definitely coming to Fenway Park for revenge. The Rays swept us at home, and then the Red Sox swept us at home. We're getting revenge on both of them. The pitch, a sweeper for a strike, and the count's 0-1. Johnny DeLuca is 0 for 2 this afternoon. And activity in the White Sox bullpen with Grant Taylor up and throwing. Kay looks at second. And the 0-1 is popped up foul out of play. And the count is 0-2. 5-0 White Sox here in the 6th. And let me make a correction that in the top of this 6th inning, there was only 1 hit, not 2. There were 2 walks. Need to make that correction. 0-2 to DeLuca. The pitch on the way. A swing and a bouncer. This is trouble. Put it in your back pocket. Base hit. And now the Rays have the bases loaded again. Second time that Anthony Kay has had to deal with the bases being loaded. Infield hit. So 3 singles in the inning, 2 on the infield. And the pitching coach will come out and talk to Anthony Kay. We're in the bottom of the 6th. It is 5-0 White Sox. 14 pitches this inning for Anthony Kay. His max was 18 in the 4th when he survived a bases loaded jam. And there is Ben Williamson, who grounded to short for the White Sox to get out of their first bases loaded jam. They got another one right now here in the bottom of the 6th inning. So Anthony Kay settles back on the mound. He'll work from the stretch. Ben Williamson at the plate. Kay looks at second, delivers. A sweeper for a strike, and the count is 0-1. The count to Ben Williamson. Bases loaded, 2 outs. The pitch. A cutter inside, and it's even 1 ball, 1 strike. Williamson is 0 for 2 this afternoon. Anthony Kay is set. He looks at second, takes a deep breath. And the 1-1 pitch, a swing and a bouncing ball to short. Montgomery will go the short way to second, and the inning is over. So for the second time today, Anthony Kay and the White Sox escape a bases-loaded jam. Done with 5. White Sox 5, Rays nothing on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
The Big Ten.
You can say you're not impressed. You can say you're not happy. You can say all these things, but no, whatever the case may be, the Buckeyes are on top of the football world. And it's just where it is.
The SEC.
But I blame one person for this.
One person? What one person are you going to be blaming? Good. I don't give a crap. Big 12.
That team right there that is ranked 15 that put up 45 points.
Yes, sir.
They were picked dead last at the beginning of the season.
The ACC. Quote, feeling the blues in Death Valley, close quote. Duke ends a 45-year drought in Clemson. You are coaching a team, son. Get with the program and worry about your program.
The CLP rankings, do away with that.
Right.
Do away with it.
Bring down the gridiron on the Playmakers Network YouTube channel and where you can find podcasts.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Beginning in September, we introduced to you to That Colts Show. Yes, I cover the Colts and the 49ers, and they're both going to get specialty shows this season on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network. And beginning this week, you'll see That White Sox Show as we look at this team and their drive toward October. Steven Matz, in his 18th game, delivers to Sam Antonacci. It's a strike on the inside corner with a sinker, and the count is 0-1. 5 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the White Sox. No runs, 7 hits, 2 errors for the Rays. And those 2 big errors opened the scoring for the White Sox. Steven Matz with a 6.07 ERA. The big left-hander kicks and deals. A strike with a sinker, and the count is 0-2. Antonacci is 0 for 3. He reached on an error in the first and scored the first run of the game. The pitch, a curveball outside, and the count is 1-2. Sam Antonacci, the top of the order, leading it off for the White Sox here in the 7th. Here she comes. It's outside with a sinker, and it's 2-2. No, I'd love to see Murakami hit another one. The pitch. A swing and a chopper in front to Matz. He turns and throws to first. 1 out in the 7th. Steven Matz, former starting pitcher for the New York Mets. And he has bounced around since then. He played in the 2015 World Series against the Kansas City Royals. Here is Munetaka Murakami. He has struck out twice and he has grounded out. 5-0 White Sox. We're in the top of the 7th. Here's the pitch. A sinker on the corner, missed it. The count's 0-1. Murakami is bent on hitting another one out of Tropicana Field. The pitch. Swinging a foul out of play to the left. And the count's even 1-1. Minnesota, Seattle. Getting ready to start here. They start at 4:10 Eastern, 3:10 Central. Minnesota trying to keep up in the division, and now time is called, and we'll have a short conference on the mound between Fortes and Steven Matz. As mentioned, Steven Matz was a key member of the Mets pitching staff during their playoff run in 2015. They came back to beat the Dodgers in the division series. They swept the Cubs and then lost to the Royals in 5 games in the World Series. Here's a slider outside, and the count is now 2-1. Munetaka Murakami is 0 for 3. The pitch, a sinker for a strike, and the count is now even at 2-2. I'm looking at Matz's motion, and I haven't seen it in a while. I think he's changed a little bit, and it seems more fluid. It seems more fluid than ever. Here's the 2-2 as he drops sidearm, and Murakami taps one past the pitcher to second. Velarde tosses to first in time, and there's 2 down in the inning. His windup, talking about Steven Matz, reminded me a little bit of Steve Carlton, because Carlton's left-handed motion was very, very fluid. Miguel El Tigre Vargas is 0 for 3, and he takes a ball outside on a changeup, and it's 1-0. He has grounded out, he has flied out, and he has struck out. The 1-0, a sinker for a strike right in the top of the zone, and the count is now even at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball to third. Up with it, Caminero. The toss across to first in time. Aranda reaches up to grab it. Inning over. White Sox go up and out in order in the 7th. Time to stretch. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. White Sox 5, Rays nothing on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
All right, we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Hope you had a chance to stretch. I certainly did. White Sox lead the Rays 5-0. The next time we'll be with you will be Tuesday when the White Sox go to Boston to tackle the Boston Red Sox in a 3-game series before coming home for a 3-game weekend series against the Cleveland Guardians. So hold on to your seats for that series, folks. We'll have them all on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network. Quick scoreboard update. Yankees lead the Cubs 2-1. They're in the top of the 5th. The Astros have come back and taken the lead over the Rangers 3-2. They're in the top of the 2nd in Colorado. The Rockies lead the Royals 1-0. Brewers and Angels are scoreless in the top of the 2nd. Everybody else goes later, including Boston and Philadelphia. No, not Philadelphia. I don't remember the game. Anthony Kay is on for the 7th inning. He wiggled out of a bases loaded jam last inning. Red Sox and Dodgers. I thought it was the Dodgers. Red Sox and Dodgers at 7:20. And Anthony Kay has been terrific, producing a lot of ground ball outs, including inducing a double play. Made a great play off the mound on a sacrifice. So Anthony Kay is leading for the player of the game, and he's wiggled out of 2 bases-loaded jams. The last 4 games, he has pitched at least 5 innings, along with Nick Schultz, Eric Fetty, and Sean Burke. Here's the pitch, a sweeper inside for ball 1. To Cedric Mullins. 8-9-1 due for the Rays here in the 6th inning. Here in the 7th inning, I beg your pardon. I am so sorry. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on the counts 1-1. A sweeper. Kay has mixed up his pitches very, very well. Kay from the chest high line delivers a swing and a slap foul to the left. And the count is now 1-2. Will Venable, the White Sox manager, I wasn't so sure about what he could do, but boy, he has proven me wrong, and I'm glad of it. I am glad of it. 1-2 to Cedric Mullins. Kay is ready. He takes a step, rocks, kicks, and deals upstairs with a fastball. And the count is 2-2. 5-0 White Sox here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 5-5-1 for the White Sox. 0-7-1 for the Rays. Kay from the windup and the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on a slider. 1 down in the 7th inning. Anthony Kay showing why he is the ace of the staff. And this White Sox pitching staff, as the season has gone on, yes, they have some holes in it, but they have gotten a lot of confidence. Nick Fortes at the plate takes a cutter outside for ball 1. Fortes is 0 for 2 this afternoon, a pop out and a line out. Ray from the windup delivers a sweeper up and in, and it's 2-0. The post game will come your way after our broadcast is complete, and we'll get you ready for Tuesday night. From the chest high line, the pitch, a swing, a bouncer foul, third base side, and the count is 2-1. Grant Taylor waiting in the White Sox bullpen. He is warmed up and ready. The 2-1 pitch, high and outside, 3-1. Let's see if Anthony Kay can come back to get him. Braves lead the Nationals 3-2. They're in the bottom of the 7th. The Guardians are shutting out Arizona 5-0. They're in the top of the 6th, and they're also delayed. Guessing rain. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Foul to the backstop, and the count's full 3-2. Now, let's see if K can put them away. Reds lead the Pirates 8-1. They're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Ouch. I know Dr. DeLay is not happy being a Pirates fan, and he's doing broadcasts of their games. 3 balls, 2 strikes. K is ready. From the windup. The pitch on the way. Slapped foul to the right, and we'll do it again. $11 pitches now in the inning for Anthony K. The first inning to me was the key to K's performance because he only threw 5 innings and was working with the lead. The payoff pitch is low and inside for ball 4 with a sinker. Saw K jump up and down because he knew he missed it. Here comes Will Venable, and he'll go get Grant Taylor. So a great job by Anthony K, going 6 1/3, giving up no runs on 7 hits. He struck out 6 on the afternoon. Grant Taylor is on his way in. We'll tell you about him in 1:40 on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze claw.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific time zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
While we await Grant Taylor to come in from the bullpen, we know Anthony K went 6 1/3, allowed no runs, and got an ovation from the crowd at Tropicana Field. Very, very cool. When baseball fans, no matter what team you root for, appreciate a great pitching performance, they give you a standing ovation for it. He got an ovation for that. Very, very cool. Now it's time for the White Sox to finish this game and win it, as Grant Taylor, the hard-throwing right-hander, comes in for Anthony K, who goes 6 1/3. For Taylor, this is his 41st appearance, 54 2/3 innings pitched, with an ERA at 2.47. Grant Taylor now on to pitch for the White Sox, making his 41st appearance. He'll deal with Junior Caminero, and Caminero blasts, or Yandy Diaz, I should say, blasts one down the right field line, hooking foul and out of play for strike 1. Great pitching performance by Anthony K. The first inning, where he threw only 5 pitches, established his control and eased in line for the win. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, Griffin Jax is in line for the loss. Taylor from the set position, the kick in the 0-1, a curveball for a strike, and it's 0-2. But I mentioned all afternoon about pitching efficiency. The 5-pitch first inning set the table for the White Sox today. Yandy Diaz is 0 for 3. Taylor sets and deals. A swing and a chopper foul will do it again. And for Anthony K, he really frustrated these Rays hitters. In particular, Junior Caminero, and in particular, Yandy Diaz. Taylor sets and the 0-2 pitch. A foul out of play to the left. We'll do it again. Oh, 0-2 to Yandy Diaz, who is 0 for 3, a fly out, a pop out, and a ground out. Taylor from the set position. And the pitch, a curveball low, and it's 1-2. And except for one error in the field, which I think belongs to Murakami, the White Sox have been terrific in the field. And then the other point for Anthony Kay, he escaped not one but two bases loaded jams. The pitch on the way, swinging a foul, we'll do it again. So now you bring in the hard throwing right-hander Grant Taylor. And I still ask the question for the White Sox with the trade line be tomorrow. Who's going to be their closer? They already picked up Jose Urquidy, a well-traveled veteran. 1-2 the counter. And the pitch, a swing and a foul. We'll do it again. Tell you what, Yandy Diaz is persistent and consistent. This will be the 8th pitch in the at-bat. Taylor sets again. And the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on a curveball. Yandy Diaz is now 0 for 4, and there's 2 down in the 7th. That curveball dropped off the table at 82 miles an hour. Yikes. Just plain yikes. Here's Aranda who swings and grounds one to short. Colson Montgomery with a toss to first. Got him. Inning over. So Grant Taylor does his job in 2/3 of an inning. Doesn't allow anything. We are through 7. Your score, the White Sox 5 and the Rays nothing on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
The Big Ten.
You can say you're not impressed. You can say you're not happy. You can say all these things, but no, whatever the case may be, the Buckeyes are on top of the football world. And it's just where it is.
The SEC.
But I blame one person for this.
One person. What one person are you going to be blaming? Good. I don't give a crap. Big 12.
That team right there that is ranked 15 that put up 45 points.
Yes, sir.
They were picked dead last at the beginning of the season.
The ACC. Quote, feeling the blues in Death Valley, close quote. Duke ends a 45-year drought in Clemson. You are coaching a team, son. Get with the program and worry about your program.
The CLP rankings, do away with that.
Right.
Do away with it.
Bring down the gridiron on the Playmakers Network YouTube channel and where you can find podcasts.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
We go to the top of the 8th inning in St. Petersburg, and the White Sox lead the Rays 5-0, looking for 2 out of 3 in Tampa. Waiting for the feed to come back. Here we go. Now we start the 8th with Colson Montgomery and a new pitcher for Tampa Bay as Montgomery slaps one foul for strike 1. Alex Cook on to pitch, making his second appearance. He's pitched 2 innings, doesn't have an ERA. 0-1 the count. Cook from the windup delivers. Strike 2 on the inside. 0-2 to Colson Montgomery, who was 1 for 3. He has also scored a run. As mentioned, our next broadcast is Tuesday when the White Sox visit the Boston Red Sox. And Shane Lake just may join me for that 3-game series. Here's the pitch. A fastball outside, and it's 1-2. Montgomery doubled in the first and scored a run, which basically sent the White Sox on their way. The wind and the 1-2 pitch. Swinging a pop-up foul. Fortes gives it a look, and it lands out of play. And the count remains at 1-2. After the game, we'll wrap it up by giving you the final box score and our player of the game. And for me, right now, that guy is Anthony K. The pitch. Strike 3 called with a changeup, and Montgomery knew it. And he just mouthed the words, "I knew it." Here is Anthony Benintendi, who has helped the White Sox along with a home run today to extend the lead to 3-0. And then Everson Pereira made it 5-0. The betting bomb was his 12th of the year. Here's the pitch, low with a fastball for ball 1. Tell you what, Tropicana Field against the White Sox has been one of their house of horrors. The pitch, fastball low, and it's 2-0. Anthony Benintendi with a home run back in the 4th inning off Griffin jacks. And at that time, it extended the lead to 3-0. Is a swing and a drive to right. Back on it, DeLuca in front of the track. He makes the catch, 2 down in the 8th. Here's Peters, who has singled, he has walked, he has scored a run, and he has stolen a base. Here's the pitch. A strike called, and it's 0-1. White Sox have stolen 4 bases today, including a double steal in the first. From the windup, the 0-1. Low and inside with a slider, and the count's now even. 1 ball, 1 strike. The windup and the 1-1. A swing and a pop-up. That is foul and out of play. And the count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Don't forget our post-game show after the game. We give you all the final numbers. I will have my thoughts, and we'll have our player of the game. From the windup, here's the pitch. A slap foul to the left. Count remains where it is at 1-2. One of the few ballparks I know, Tropicana Field, that does not have an upper deck. 1-2 pitch. A slider low, and it's even at 2-2. One of the few parks I know that does not have an upper deck. At least not in the outfield. They have one all around the park, but not in the outfield. So I should correct myself. Upper deck in the outfield. Here's the 2-2. A swing and a high fly ball into left. Going out is Caminero. He will make the catch, and the inning is over. We go to the bottom of the 8th. White Sox 5, Tampa Bay 0 on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do two circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
I never got a chance to do trivia, so I will do it here as we move to the bottom of the eighth inning. Against the Rays on July 23rd, 2009, a White Sox pitcher tossed a perfect game against the Rays. Who did the job? That's our trivia question for today. Junior Caminero will lead off the bottom of the eighth, facing Grant Taylor, who will work from the windup and delivers a curveball down in the dirt low for ball one. Grant Taylor, 2/3 of an inning so far. Anthony Kay goes 6 1/3, doesn't allow a run. Taylor fires. Ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. Number 8 on the afternoon for the Rays. So finally, Junior Caminero reaches base, and Ryan Velarde will step to the plate. Velarde is 2 for 3. He is 2 singles. He's hitting .259 on the season. You don't want to give this Rays team any kind of confidence when you have held them off all day. Taylor from the stretch delivers a fastball upstairs for ball one. I'm going to cover the Blackhawks this year, the Colts, the 49ers. It's going to be fun. The pitch is a strike, and the count's even 1-1. And I'm still going to stay to my 1 game per day rule health-wise. So one week I may feature the Colts. The other week I may feature the 49ers. But it also depends on the day. The pitch. Swinging a foul out of play to the right, and the count's 1-2. White Sox have also turned a double play today. Marlins lead the Mets 1-0. They're in the bottom of the eighth inning at Citi Field. The 1-2 pitch is a slider low. And the count is now even at 2-2. No outs in the bottom of the eighth. Junior Caminero on at first. Here's the pitch. Swing a ground ball to third. Vargas to my draw to Murakami. Rack him up. 2, a double play. I know I got to clean up that call, but man, it's exciting. And I just mentioned they had turned a double play today. Now they've turned 2 double plays. 2 out in the eighth. Did I mention that Murakami has been so solid for us at first base? So 2 out in the eighth. And here is Christian Simpson, who fouls one off for strike 1. Simpson is 2 for 2, a sacrifice bunt, and 2 singles. hitting .294 on the season. The 0-1, a curveball strike, and the count is 0-2. Every White Sox pitcher that has come in today has been very efficient with their pitches. We've only used two pitchers, the starter Anthony Kay and now right-hander Grant Taylor. The 0-2, a slider low, and it's 1-2. One ball, two strikes. Taylor from the chest high wind delivers. A curveball low, and it's 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. The kick and the pitch. A swing and a bouncing ball to short. Montgomery with a long throw, and he threw it away. Into foul territory, and Simpson will come into second, and that's an error on Colson Montgomery. Doggone it. And Simpson can run. Second error of the day. Beg your pardon. Second error of the day for the White Sox. Each team has now committed two errors on the season. That two-base error, courtesy of a throwing error from Colson Montgomery. Here's the pitch. Swinging a bouncing ball. What a stop by Vargas at third. The toss across the verge. In time, inning over. What a stop by El Tigre. Miguel Vargas to retire Johnny DeLuca. Hang a star on that one. We go to the ninth. White Sox 5, Rays nothing on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
The Big Ten.
You can say you're not impressed. You can say you're not happy. You can say all these things, but no, whatever the case may be, the Buckeyes are on top of the football world. And it's just where it is.
The SEC.
But I blame one person for this.
One person? What one person are you going to be blaming? Good. I don't give a crap. Big 12.
That team right there, that is ranked 15 that put up 45 points.
Yes, sir.
They were picked dead last at the beginning of the season.
The ACC. Quote, feeling the blues in Death Valley, close quote. Duke ends a 45-year drought in Clemson. You are coaching a team, son. Get with the program and worry about your program.
The CLP rankings, do away with that.
Right.
Do away with it.
Bring down the gridiron on the Playmakers Network YouTube channel and where you can find podcasts.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
To the top of the ninth inning, and I owe you guys a little something we'd like to call an identity because I didn't identify the 5-4-3 double play. I was so excited that they turned it because this Rays team can rally at any minute. And then the outstanding, fabulous play by Miguel Vargas to get the out at first because that ball was ticketed for left field. Chase Mydroth will lead off the ninth inning against Alex Cook. Here's the pitch. A strike called, and the count's 0-1. Mydroth 1 for 2 this afternoon. He poked a single to right earlier. He also scored a run. Here's the pitch. A swing and drive into left center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Christian Simpson cuts it off. Mydroth stays at first with a ninth inning single. Hit number 6 for the White Sox this afternoon. Here is Everson Pereira, who delivered perhaps the knockout punch with a 2-run double in the 6th. Which do you guys think was the hit of the game? Was it Benintendi's homer or Pereira's double? I'm thinking that's Pereira's double. Here's the pitch. Slider low for ball 1. I think it was Pereira's double because when it was 3-0, you still would think that Tampa Bay was in reach. And then Pereira knocked him out with a 2-run double in the 6th, which came with 2 out. Here's the pitch. Swinging a high fly ball into deep left field. Back goes Simpson. At the track. At the wall. It's a gunner! Everson Pereira delivers a gunner with a 2-run homer, and the White Sox now lead 7-0. What? Just when I had asked, which hit do you guys think was the hit of the day? Was it Benintendi's home run or was it Pereira's double? Everson Pereira says, hey, Snowman, take a look at this. And he rocked one out of here to left center field. Wow. And that call, it's a goner, that's for you, John Rooney. That's the voice of most of my home runs back home in Chicago. Wow. Everson Pereira has driven in 4. Here's the pitch. Slapped foul out of play by Drew Romo for strike 1. You know what? We may have to split the player of the game award between Anthony Kay and Everson Pereira. He has a 2-run homer and now a 2-run double. Well, reverse that. The pitch to Romo, a strike, and it's 0-2. Pereira, a 2-run double in the 6th, and now a 2-run homer in the 9th with no outs. That double came with 2 outs. I think that slammed the door, but if it wasn't all the way shut, it is now. Swing and a miss, and Romo is gone. 1 out in the 9th. Holy catfish. Everson Pereira just may have a part of the player of the game. Duncan Davitt now throwing for the White Sox in their bullpen. Chris Roycroft throwing for Tampa Bay. Here's Sam Antonacci, who takes one inside for a ball, and it's 1-0. What a home run by Everson Pereira. And as I said, that call, it's a goner, is for John Rooney. Here's the pitch. It's inside, and it's 2-0. Antonacci 0 for 4, reached on an error in the first, scored in the first, and that started the whole darn thing, scoring-wise. Cox works first base side of the rubber and delivers a fastball for a strike, and it's 2-1. They're still delayed in the top of the 6th. Cleveland 5, Arizona 0. Here's the pitch. A changeup outside, and it's 3-1. 7-0 White Sox here in the top of the 9th inning. The pitch on the way, swinging a foul out of play. Oh, wait a minute, that's down the line. Caminero racing into foul territory, makes the catch. Thought it was going to go out of play, and Caminero said, no, you don't. He took off from third base, raced into foul territory, and made the catch. 2 outs in the 9th. Cook from the windup delivers to Murakami, a swing and a miss on a fastball at 95 for strike 1. Murakami is 0 for 4. He has struck out twice, and he has grounded out twice. 0-1. The pitch. He did offer, and that's a strike, and the count is now 0-2. Tough day for Murakami, but not a tough day for the White Sox as they have 7 runs on the board. They scored 6 on Friday. Here she comes, swinging a foul, and we'll do it again at 0-2. when I started covering the White Sox, I got all kinds of flack saying, "Oh, you should have started from early in the season." Here's the pitch, a changeup outside, and the count's 1-2. And you know what? I thought the same thing. I thought I don't deserve to cover this team, but yes, I do. No matter when and where, I have to get back in the booth and start doing what I love because I love to do it. From the windup, the 1-2 pitch, a fastball outside, and it's 2-2. I have to do what I love because I love it. I had to rediscover my love for doing play-by-play, and the rest will take care of itself. Here's the 2-2 pitch, fastball high and wide, and it's 3-2. I had to rediscover my love for the craft, number one, because I was so upset about how many people were doing this on YouTube and just, for me, ruining it. The payoff pitch, swinging a drive to right and down for a base hit into the corner. Murakami around first. He'll jog into second with a 2-out double. So Munetaka Murakami ends the drought and gets a double to right here in the ninth inning. 8 hits now for the White Sox. And I know he has to be breathing a sigh of relief. Murakami with his 10th double of the season. And as I said, I know he'll breathe a sigh of relief as Cook is out of here. We'll tell you about the new pitcher in 100 seconds on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Chris Roykoff making his 15th appearance now on for the Tampa Bay Rays, and Miguel Vargas, who was also 0 for 4, swings and drives one to deep left. Back goes Simpson at the track, at the wall. It's a gunner! That ball is high. It is far. It is gone. The first one's for John Rooney, and the last one's for the late, great John Sterling. A 2-run bomb by Miguel El Tigre Vargas, and it's 9-0 White Sox. As I said after Pereira's homer, what? That was a bomb on the first pitch he sees. Miguel Vargas has hit 2 home runs this series, one Friday and one today. 3 home runs in the game for the White Sox. Here's Colson Montgomery, who takes a pitch way outside for ball 1. So the White Sox get 2 in the first, they get 1 in the 4th, they get a pair in the 6th, and then 4 here in the 9th to slam the door. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul out of play. And the count's even 1-1. Colson Montgomery is 1 for 4 with a double. 9-0. The White Sox with the lead, and they're going to take some momentum to Boston. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and the count's 1-2 on Colson Montgomery. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 4 runs in here in the top of the 9th for the White Sox. On 4 hits, a single, a double, and 2 home runs. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out on a fastball, and that takes care of that. But the White Sox get 4 extra runs on 4 hits, no errors, and nobody left. We go to the bottom of the 9th. White Sox 9, Rays nothing on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
The Big Ten.
You can say you're not impressed. You can say you're not happy. You can say all these things, but no, whatever the case may be, the Buckeyes are on top of the football world. And it's just where it is.
The SEC.
But I blame one person for this.
One person? What one person are you going to be blaming? Good. I don't give a crap. Big 12.
That team right there that is ranked 15 that put up 45 points.
Yes, sir.
They were picked dead last at the beginning of the season.
The ACC. Quote, feeling the blues in Death Valley, close quote. Duke ends a 45-year drought in Clemson. You are coaching a team, son. Get with the program and worry about your program.
The CLP rankings, do away with that.
Right.
Do away with it.
Bring down the gridiron on the Playmakers Network YouTube channel and where you can find podcasts.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
We begin the bottom of the 9th with a shout out to Nikki Nicholas, who is joining us in the chat this afternoon. 3 in Boston, and then we go home for 6. 3 with Cleveland and 3 with Cincinnati before we hit the road again. Important game lookout here. Rangers and Astros tied at 3. They're in the top of the 7th. And now here's a slash to left, and that ball is gone. Well, there goes the shutout. Ben Williamson with a first pitch home run, and it's now 9-1. Doggone it. I wanted a shutout since they shut us out yesterday. First pitch in the 9th inning leaves the yard, and it's 9-1 in favor of the White Sox. David is now on to pitch, and he dropped down sidearm with that delivery. Tomorrow, we're going to talk a lot of baseball on Snowman in the Morning. Here's the pitch to Mullins. Up and in for ball 1. Mullins 0 for 3 on the afternoon. As mentioned early in the game, former Oriole. The pitch is a ball inside with the fastball, and it's 2-0. Two balls, no strikes to Cedric Mullins. The kick and the pitch is a slider for a strike. And it's not. It's 3-0. Vargas now moved. Miguel Vargas is at first base. Colson Montgomery moves to third. And Luis Angel Acuna now at shortstop. Defensive changes for the White Sox. The pitch. Strike called. It's 3-1. Fastball right down the middle. Cedric Mullins is struck out twice, and he is grounded out. The pitch on the way. A swing and a high pop in the right, down the right field line. Vargas giving chase into the Tampa bullpen, and Vargas makes the catch after Mydroth ran into him. Victor Locke says, wait, what? Snowman, how many times we got to go through this? Nobody talks about baseball. And if you all know the obvious joke from the morning show, you know what I could play next, but I'm talking baseball right now, and we're not going to do that yet. They go to the bottom of the ninth at Citi Field, and it's 2-0 Marlins. Nick Fortes at the plate takes one outside for ball one. And now Ryan McCarthy's in on the fun. Nick Fortes is 0 for 2. He walked in the 7, takes a sinker for a strike, and it's 1-1. Ryan McCarthy with us from Saratoga to Yote says, wait, black man talking baseball? Dun, dun, dun! Thank you, Ryan McCarthy. The pitch on the way, it is driven to left and down for a base hit. Fortes will round first. He'll pull into second with a one-out double. That was a heck of a throw from Sam Antonacci. Red Sox and Dodgers on Sunday Night Baseball as Fortes collects his 14th double of the year. And with one out and one on, we're back to the top of the order in Yandy Diaz. No, we're not. We have a pinch hitter. And we'll tell you the idea of the pinch hitter in a moment. Davitt from the set position. Kicks, deals. Bouncer foul, first base side for strike one. And it's Palacios who is hitting for Yandy Diaz. Richie Palacios hitting .226, 4 homers, and 30 runs batted in. 0-1 the count with Fortes at second. Davitt sets the pitch. Swinging a pop-up. Foul and out of play. And the count's 0-2. And yes, Ryan McCarthy, Victor and I, both black men, will be talking baseball tomorrow on Snowman in the Morning. And Allison Moran also will join us. And this week, I'm going to get Deb Whitkus to join us. 0-2, the pitch. A sweeper inside, and it's 1-2. This is going to be a fun week on the morning show. I'm telling you, this is going to be a fun week on the morning show. 1-2 the count. Davitt sets. The pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball. So Davitt strikes out Palacios. And now there's 2 out in the 9th inning. Davitt trying to retire the side after allowing the leadoff home run from Ben Williamson. The pitch, a swing and a ground ball to first. Murakami with a toss to Davitt. That is that, and that's a White Sox winner. Ball game over. White Sox win. The White Sox win. As I pay tribute to both John Rooney and the late, great John Sterling. The White Sox are the first visiting team to win a series at Tropicana Field since June 1st, when that feat was accomplished by the Detroit Tigers. What a performance for the White Sox, including 4 in the top of the 9th inning to slam the door shut. And they really did slam the door shut. Your final, the White Sox 9 and the Rays 1. We will come back with a post-game show and award our players of the game, because there are 2 of them, after this on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crown they get, they palm it and do two circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, No, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel. Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE.
Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central.
This is the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
Have mercy. What a performance by the White Sox. Welcome back to that postgame show on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network. Final score, 9-1 in favor of the White Sox. A 4-run ninth inning put the game out of reach. Final totals on the board for the White Sox, 9 runs, 9 hits, and 2. I clicked the wrong button. I apologize for that. Here we go. 9 runs, 9 hits, and 2 errors, 4 left on base. For the Rays, 1 run, 11 hits, 2 errors. They left 10 on base. Anthony Kay is your winner. He is now 8-5. Griffin Jacks takes the loss. He is now 6-9. We'll get to our players of the game in just a moment. But the scoring recap goes like this. With 2 outs in the top of the first, Andrew Benintendi reaches on a fielding error by Griffin Jacks. Antonacci scores Montgomery to third. And that was the first run of the game. And then the double steal happened to get Montgomery home as Peters swiped second. Montgomery stole home, and it's 2-0 White Sox. To the fourth, Andrew Benintendi with a solo homer on a fly ball to right center field. That's his 12th. That made it 3-0. Am I looking at the right recap here? Hang tight. Well, you know what? I'll do this from memory. White Sox got 2 in the first. They get the Benintendi home run in the fourth, making it 3-0. And then Everson Pereira emerged with a 2-run double in the sixth, making it 5-0. And then in the ninth, a pair of 2-run homers, including one by Everson Pereira. Miguel Vargas supplied the other one, and that's your and the White Sox win it 9-1. A solo home run by Ben Williamson in the ninth gave Tampa Bay their only run of the game. This game was played in 2 hours and 40 minutes with an attendance of 23,559 at Tropicana Field. Now for our players of the game. The first player of the game is Anthony Kay. He goes 6 1/3 scoreless innings, was absolutely terrific. And as I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, his first inning where he only threw 5 pitches was the key. That set the White Sox on their way, especially after they get 2 unearned runs in the top of the inning. Those factors right there put Anthony Kay at ease and set the White Sox on their way. The second player of the game is Everson Pereira, who was 2 for 4. He had a 2-run homer in the 9th, and he drove in 4. 2 in the 6th on the double, and 2 in the 9th on a home run. And an honorable mention for Miguel El Tigre Vargas, who went 1 for 5 with a 2-run homer in the 9th inning as well. Man, this was good to do. It's good to be back in the booth. It's good to be doing games again and not letting fear take control. If you have a dream, chase it until you catch it. No matter what happens, who happens, or why it happens. Chase your dreams with not a reckless abandon like I did, but chase it like it's something you want and feel very, very badly, and chase it like you can't get enough of it. Chase your dreams. Don't let anybody, and I will borrow, to close up shop, I'll borrow the words of my late dad, William Otis Snow Jr. Don't let anyone, not your mother or me, stop you from chasing your dreams. Don't let anyone stop you from chasing your dreams. I'm chasing mine, and I'm catching mine as I enter year 31 in the booth. Thank you all for tuning in and listening today. I really appreciate it. Thank you to the folks at the Worldwide Sports Radio Network for tuning in. Also to the folks on WJKS in Indianapolis, Indiana, our flagship station, for tuning in as well. Final score, White Sox 9, Rays 1. White Sox move 3.5 in front in the division, depending on what happens later with Cleveland and Minnesota. Our next broadcast for you will be Tuesday. It'll be a simulcast, and we're going to be on 4 radio stations: WOSJ, KJBS, WJKS, and WSMN. We'll be on all of those on on Tuesday, as well as the Worldwide Sports Radio Network. Let me shout out also the Shady Sports Network for allowing us to broadcast on their network as well. I'm just so excited I get tongue-tied most of the time. Final score, White Sox 9, Rays 1. The preceding has been a presentation of the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network. Copyright 2026 under the umbrella of Snowman Multimedia. We'll see you Tuesday night from Boston. So long, everybody.
Preceding has been a presentation of the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.